Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Yay! Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is how it should be. Mercy says yes. Thank you, Mercy. Kadeen says yes. Thank you, Kadeen. Carlos says yes. Howdy, Carlos. Okay, todo. Hello, hello. Okay, oh, there's a heart in the chat. Boris is here. Hello, Boris. Boris says yes. Olga says yes. Well, Olga says hello. Hello, Olga. Okay, you guys can see me. You can hear me. So that is good. That is what we need, right? You need to be able to see me. You need to be able to hear me, right? If you can't see me, if you can't hear me, then there's no class. Yeah. Okay, well, as you know, we always start our class with a toast. So whatever you're drinking, pick it up. I have my orange tumbler right here. It's filled with hot black Colombian coffee. Yes, Colombian is my favorite coffee bean. Anyways, we will have 3 toasts today. Yes, 3 toasts. Our first toast will be for the green team, the members of the channel. They support me. They support the channel financially. As you see, Carlos is the representative of the green team. Yes, you see Carlos, his name is in green. He's part of the green team. So let's give Carlos and the green team a big, big thank you. Here we go. Cheers. If you don't have a beverage, we can fist bump, bump, cheers, bump, cheers. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink, bottoms up. Our second toast, it's for Boris. You see Boris, his name is in blueberry, and he's here to help you. He's here to help me. He is here in the chat, helping us in the chat. Any questions that you might have, please ask Boris. Any help that you might need, Boris is here for you. So Boris and I are going to be helping you with your sentences today. Yeah. So please participate in the chat. Please ask Boris for any help, or you can ask Boris questions, whatever. He's here for you. He's here for me. So let's give Boris a big thank you. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink, bottoms up. Our third toast, it's for you, because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink, bottoms up. Okay, good, good. That was for good luck. Actually, toasts. We had 3 toasts for good luck. Thanking people, thanking you, thanking Carlos, thanking Boris. Yeah, so we are very thankful here. Okay, now let's talk about today's class. And here it is, our plan today, our lesson plan today. We are going to start with an idiom. We always start our class with an idiom. And then after that, today's topic is phrasal verbs. So on Sundays, we practice phrasal verbs. And our topic today is cooking. And we will watch a video and then do a worksheet. So that's what we're going to do today. And let's get right to it, shall we? Let's start with our idiom, and it is cup of tea. Cup of tea. If you know what that idiom means, please write it in the chat one more time. Our idiom today is cup of tea. Okay. If you know what it means, write it in the chat. Cup of tea. It's an idiom. So it's not actually a cup of tea. It's actually not, I have water here. So it's not actually a cup of tea. It's an expression. It's an idiom. Do you know what it means? Cup of tea. Cup of tea. No, Carlos. Yeah, Boris, you got it, Boris. So cup of tea means what one likes to do. What one likes to do, what you like. Yeah? What one likes to do. So one is, that's a preposition. That is a pronoun, so meaning, somebody, right? A person. What a person likes to do. What a person likes to do, or we could say one. What one likes to do. And now it's time to make sentences using the idiom. And my sentence is, arguing is not my cup of tea. Arguing is not my cup of tea. So I'm using it in a negative way, right? It's not my cup of tea. It's not what I like to do. So my sentence, arguing, I don't like to argue. I'd rather not. Arguing is not my cup of tea. Yeah, okay, there we go. Arguing is not my cup of tea. You can use it in a positive, right? Like, going for long walks is my cup of tea, right? But I'm going to use it here in a negative way, like what I don't like to do. Here, what one likes to do, and I'm going to put not, so I'm going to turn that opposite. I'm going to say what one does not like to do. I do not like to argue. Arguing is not my cup of tea. Shafika is in the house. Hello, Shafika. Okay, here we go. Boris, playing chess is not my cup of tea. Oh, okay, good, Carlos. We have to change your sentence a little bit. The color pink is not my cup of tea. Good, good. So the color pink, okay? So it's better. The color pink is not my cup of tea. Good, good, Carlos. So if I ask you to fix your sentence, please fix it, because by noticing your mistake or noticing a way you can make it better, and then doing it, rewriting your sentence, fixing your sentence, that will help you to remember. It will help you to recognize that in the future, right? It will help you use it correctly in the future, right? So we want to remember what we learn. We want to remember the vocabulary, the phrases, the idioms, so we can use them later, right? In real life, right? Okay, see, Carlos rewrote the sentence, and that helps his learning process. One more time, Carlos's sentence. The color pink is not my cup of tea. Perfect. Mercy, playing basketball is not my cup of tea. Good, good, good. Also for me, going to crowded places is not my cup of tea. Yeah, so like shopping malls, I don't really like it. Too many people, spending money. So it's not my cup of tea. Oh, Olga, waking up late is not my cup of tea. Henna, sports is not my cup of tea. Roberto, talking about politics is not my cup of tea. That's good. Because when there's politics involved, then there's arguing involved, and that's what I don't like. So that's, I do the same thing, and no, Roberto. I do the same thing, Roberto. It's like, don't talk about politics. Okay, Toto, running at noon in summer is not my cup of tea. Yeah, that's way too hot. Especially, I live here in Japan, and in summer, in the afternoon, it is unbearably hot here in Japan. So I'm with you, Toto. Let's see, Kadeen says, your way of teaching English is my cup of tea. Kadeen, big kiss for you. Mwah. Thank you so much, Kadeen. Kadeen is always here with me. Kadeen is a big supporter. Kadeen, you are fantastic. Mwah. Let's see, Mercy, horror movies aren't my cup of tea. Good. Boris, gossiping about people isn't really my cup of tea. Very good. Costa Magna, hello. Okay, good job, everyone. Let's go to our next activity, but don't let me stop you. I'm going to go to the next activity, but if you want to keep writing sentences, you want to practice making sentences using cup of tea, go right ahead. I'm going to actually move to our next activity, and that is phrasal verbs. Yeah, so we're going to talk about phrasal verbs, and the topic is cooking. And phrasal verbs, they're a verb plus a preposition. So prepositions are like words like up, down, through, across, under, over, in, out. So those show position. Those prepositions show positions of things. And if you put a verb and then follow it with a preposition, that's a phrasal verb. And like idioms, phrasal verbs have a different meaning. So for example, cup of tea, it's not really a cup of tea. It's an expression meaning what one likes to do. Phrasal verbs work the same way, but the structure is a little different. It's a verb plus preposition. That's the difference. So we're going to look at phrasal verbs that relate to cooking. We'll first watch a video and then do a worksheet. So we will first look at a video, and the video will show our phrasal verbs, and then we will do the worksheet. And with the worksheet, we will practice writing sentences using the phrasal verbs from the video. So we'll first look at the phrasal verbs in the video, and then practice writing sentences using the phrasal verbs from the video. Okay, let's really get going. What's happening? I've been phrasal verbs. They've been coming out of my mouth not correctly. Shafika says, Apple Watch is my cup of tea. Okay, good one. You have an Apple Watch, Shafika? Many people have Apple Watches. I do not use a watch. I do not wear a watch, I should say. I do not wear a watch. I have my phone. Plus, here in Japan, there are clocks all over. Everywhere you go, there's a clock here in Japan. So I don't see a reason for wearing a watch. So I haven't worn a watch for 10 years, more than 10 years probably. I don't remember the last watch I wore. Okay, let's get into it. Let's watch the video. And remember, our topic today is cooking. Here we go. Phrasal, Boris says, a few days ago, something happened to me like that, and my tongue wasn't rolling correctly. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it happens to me a lot. The tongue doesn't move like you want it to move, right? And so, what are you saying? What am I saying? I remember those watches, Carlos. Carlos says, my last watch was a Casio with a calculator. I remember those, yeah. I never had one of those watches, but I've had friends, you know, I knew friends who had those watches, right? The big electric watch and a little calculator. Okay, good. But now, you know, of course, with our cell phones now, everything is there, right? We got the time, we got a phone, we got a calculator, we got the internet. So everything we need is right there in our phone. So life is moving ahead. Okay, let's do it. I will put, 2003. I remember before that, Carlos. I remember before that. Okay, there will be the video right there, okay? So let me pop it up and we will look at the phrasal verbs. There it is, right there. And of course, like I said, our topic is cooking. And this is number 11. So this is our 11th video and worksheet and live stream using phrasal verbs. Yeah, so we've been doing this every Sunday, or almost every Sunday. Some Sundays I can't make it. Okay, here we go. Cooking, phrasal verbs. Let's check out the phrasal verbs together. Okay, here's our first one. Whip up. Whip up. And that means to quickly prepare a meal. To quickly prepare a meal. Whip up. Saram, hello. Christina, hello. Okay, welcome, welcome. We're practicing some phrasal verbs that relate to cooking. Here we go. Number 2, boil over. Boil over, and that means when liquid spills out of a pot while boiling. Boil over, right? So maybe if you've made soup or you've heating soup, right? If you like Campbell's soup, right? I like Campbell's tomato soup, and so maybe you put the tomato soup, you have to add milk, stir it up, put it in a pot over the stove, and you start heating up that soup. And if you forget about it, you know, let's say you go and answer your phone, and then it will boil over, right? It gets too hot, and the molecules in the soup start moving too much, and then the soup boils over the pot, which is not good because you make a mess and you lose soup. Okay, let's go number 3. Okay, the third one is chop up. Chop up, and to cut something into smaller pieces. To cut something into smaller pieces. So remember, like, okay, so chop is a verb, right? And then up is a preposition. Chop up, that's a phrasal verb. And that means to cut something up into smaller pieces. So you chop up like an onion, or maybe you chop up a potato, maybe you chop up a pumpkin, whatever you're doing, you're making a salad, you're making a dish. And when you get it, let's say a carrot, right? It's long. You gotta, if you're gonna cook with a carrot, you gotta chop it up, right? You can't just throw it in as is. No, you have to chop it up, right? An onion, right? If you're gonna use an onion in your cooking, you gotta chop it up. You can't just put the whole onion in, right? That doesn't work. So you gotta chop it up. Okay, our fourth phrasal verb, eat up. Eat up, and that means to finish eating all the food on your plate. To finish eating all the food on your plate. Eat up. Eat it up. Don't leave any on your plate. Eat it all up. Finish your meal. Okay, let's go to our next one. Okay, here's number 5. Heat up. Heat up, to make food warm or hot, right? We don't want to have cold pizza. Heat it up. We don't want cold spaghetti. No, heat it up. Number 6 is cool down. Cool down. To let food reach a cooler temperature. Cool down. To let food reach a cooler temperature, right? So before we can have it, before we can eat it, it's got to cool down a little, right? So if you like lasagna and it's got to cook in the oven, but before you can eat it, it has to cool down a little bit, right? Otherwise, it's going to burn your mouth, right? That's not fun, burning your mouth, burning the upper part of your mouth. It hurts. Number 7 is mix up. Mix up, that means to combine ingredients together. To combine ingredients together. Mix in. Mix in. So you have you're making cookies, and you have your flour, then you gotta mix in your butter, then you gotta mix in sugar, then you gotta mix in some vanilla, then you gotta mix in some what is it? So, maybe some baking powder, right? To make your cookies. Gotta mix in those ingredients. Okay, number 8 is next. Number 8, turn up. Turn up, to increase the heat on a stove or oven. To increase the heat on a stove or oven. Turn up the heat. Turn it up. It's got to, for the food to cook, you got to turn up the heat. Turn up the heat. Make it hotter so the food will cook better. Okay, and number 9, our last one. And it is turn down. Turn down. And that's opposite, right? To lower the heat on a stove or oven. To lower the heat. Turn it down. It's too hot. You will burn it. Turn it down. Turn down. Turn it down. Lower the heat. Okay, there are 9 phrasal verbs, and our topic is cooking, and we will say them together. Okay, we're gonna roll the video. I'm not gonna stop the video. Let's say the phrasal verbs together, and then we will do the worksheet. Let me get some water, clear my throat, and we will practice saying the phrasal verbs together. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna roll the video, and we're gonna say the phrasal verbs together. Whoa, it's moving. I didn't want it to move. Stop. Why Why did it move? Okay, here we go. Let's say the phrasal verbs together. Whip up, whip up. Boil over, boil over. Chop up, chop up. Eat up, eat up. Heat up, heat up. Cool down, cool down. Mix in, mix in. Turn up, turn up. Turn down, turn down. Okay, good, good. All right, so let's now do the worksheet. And so with the worksheet, you will make sentences, and the worksheet is on my Patreon. Go to my Patreon, support me there so I can support you here. Support me there so I can support you here. Get all the worksheets we do here, there. There are hundreds and hundreds of worksheets. Please check out my Patreon. Help me so I can help you. Okay, here we go. Worksheet. And of course, it's too small. We gotta make it larger. Let's expand it. Let's make it full screen, shall we? We will look at example sentences. Then you will make your own sentences using the phrasal verbs. Here we go. Let's check out the worksheet. Okay, there are the phrasal verbs from the video, right? So we practiced them a little on in the video, and we will make sentences using them, right? So number 1 is whip up, 2 is boil over, 3 is chop up, number 4 is eat up, 4 is eat up, 5 is heat up, number 6 is cool down, 7 is mix in, 8 is turn up, 9 is turn down. And then here are the example sentences. Let's make them larger. Here we go. Number 1 is I'll whip up some pasta for dinner. And the idiom is whip up. One more time, the sentence is I'll whip up some pasta for dinner. Number 2, okay, we got them all right there. Okay, number 2 is the water boiled over because I wasn't watching. The idiom is boil over. The water boiled over because I wasn't watching. Number 3, can you chop up the vegetables for the soup? The idiom is chop up. Can you chop up the vegetables for the soup? Number 4, eat up your meal before dessert. Eat up, that is the phrasal verb. Eat up your meal before dessert. Number 5, I'll heat up the leftovers for lunch. The phrasal verb, heat up. I'll heat up the leftovers for lunch. Number 6, let the pie cool down before eating it. The phrasal verb, cool down. Let the pie cool down before eating it. 7, mix in the flour slowly to avoid lumps. Mix in is the phrasal verb. Mix in the flour slowly to avoid lumps. Number 8, turn up the heat to saute the mushrooms faster. Turn up is the phrasal verb. Turn up the heat to saute the mushrooms faster. Number 9, our last one. Turn down the stove so the cake doesn't burn. The phrasal verb, turn down. Turn down the stove so the cake doesn't burn. Okay, good. Those are examples for you. as you can see with the worksheet, right? So the worksheet, we have the phrasal verb, cooking, and then we have, or the topic, right? Topic is cooking, and then we have our phrasal verbs with the meaning, for example, whip up, to quickly prepare a meal, and then below we have our example sentences. That's how the worksheet works. So let's make sentences using these phrasal verbs. Please write this number of which number the phrasal verb is. For example, number 1 is whip up. So if you make a sentence using whip up, please write number 1, okay? So that's going to help Boris and I to know which one you are using. Okay, so please write the number and then your sentence, right? So number 1 is whip up. Number 2 is boil over. Number 3 is chop up. Number 4 is eat up. Number 5 is heat up. Number 6 is cool down. So actually, heat up and here goes my tongue twister here. So remember, okay, eat up, heat up. So this might be, and they're next to each other. Sorry about that. I didn't think about it. Eat up, right? Eat everything on your plate. And then we have heat up. Okay, you can see, right? That's eat, and then add an H, and that's heat up. So you need like a heat up. Here it's just eat. Eat up, heat up. And this means to make it warmer, right? To make the food warmer. Heat up. So that might be difficult for some people, right? Eat up, heat up. So here we just need a heat up, heat up, heat up. Okay, so good luck. Good luck with that one. It's not easy. Okay, let's see your sentences. Okay, Katie, I don't have much time, so I'll whip up an omelet. Perfect. Leonardo, thank you. Carlos, can you chop up onions for the salsa? Chop up onions is not my cup of tea. Okay, so Carlos, chopping up onions. So for the second sentence, your first one, can you chop up? Okay, actually you should say the onions. Okay, so Carlos, actually we do need to fix your sentence a little bit. So Carlos, number 3, can you chop up the onions for the salsa? So you have the salsa, that's good. You also need the for onions. Can you chop up the onions for the salsa? And then for your follow-up cup of tea, chopping up onions is not my cup of tea, so chopping. Okay, Boris, number 9. Turn down, right? So Boris went to number 9 here. Okay, there we go. There's all 9 right there. Okay, so Boris, Sue, turn down the heat, darling. You don't want to turn your food into a piece of coal like an ice hockey puck. Oh, Joe says, oh gosh, cooking is definitely not my cup of tea, sweetie. I told you that. Great conversation, Boris. And what Boris did, I always recognize when people do this. Boris took our idiom with our phrasal verbs and put them together. By doing that, making connections, you're going to help yourself remember. Yeah, so it's easy to forget, difficult to remember. And by making connections, that will help your memory for sure, for sure. So good job, Boris. and by writing sentences in the chat, we are doing two things. You're helping yourself, practicing, and you're helping others with your example sentences. So we can see bores, right? That was a great sentence. Everyone can see. We can all learn from each other. We can see patterns. We can see vocabulary. We can see how the sentence is made, how it's built, right? And so it's real important. It's all there together, right? We have expressions, we have vocabulary, we have grammar, and all that together to form sentences to communicate in English. So please write sentences in the chat, help yourself and help others at the same time. Okay, Shafika, I whip up my coffee before go to school every... Okay, we're gonna change your sentence a little bit, Shafika. I whip up coffee before going to school every morning. So how about that? I whip up coffee before going to school. So that sounds more natural. Okay. Carlos, number 5 there. Please heat up the pizza. Good. Short and sweet. Yeah. So your sentence is simple as best. I always say, right? It's easy to understand. We can use it in real life, right? That's a real life situation. Carlos says, please heat up the pizza, right? That is communicating in English. Good job. Katie, oh no, the milk boiled over. Good, Katie. Mercy, I can whip up when I chop up before the vegetables. I don't understand. Okay, Mercy, here we go. We got it. I can whip up when I chop up before the vegetables. Okay. We need more information there, Mercy. What can you whip up and chop up? So I need more information there, Mercy. So what are you whipping up? What are you chopping up? What's the purpose? What's the purpose? What are you making? So please, Mercy, more information. Oh, Ferda. Oh, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. So, FF, hello. Please help me with your name. Shafika, she makes the oven dirty because she let the soup boil over. Yeah. So, we want to put in the past tense, she made, right? Because it already happened, right, Shafika? So we want to change makes to made. She made the oven dirty because she let the soup boil over. Good sentence. Just change make to made. Carlos, can you chop up the onions for the salsa? Chopping up the onions is not my cup of tea. Perfect, Carlos. Roberto, blow the soup until it cools. Oh, good, Roberto. Okay, blow on the soup until it cools down. Okay, here we go. Good sentence. We do that all the time, right, Roberto? Blow on the soup. Blow on the soup until it cools down. One more time, Roberto. Blow on the soup until it cools down. Okay, Hannah. Oh, 1 and 4. I'm going to whip up something for you to eat up. Perfect, Hannah. I like it. I'm going to whip up something for you to heat up. To eat up. Good, good, good. Olga, I whip up the potatoes in the microwave oven. Yeah. Okay, we got to change your sentence a little bit, Olga. I whip up the potatoes in the microwave oven. I know what you're meaning, right? You're making potatoes quickly in the microwave, right? I'm making I'm quickly making the potatoes in the microwave, right? So I understand that. So if we use the phrasal verbs, we want to say, I'll whip up some potatoes in the microwave. I'll whip up some potatoes in the microwave. One more time, Olga. I will whip up some potatoes in the microwave. That's good. Shafika, I whip up coffee before going to school. I whip up coffee before going to school. Yep, good. So that just whip up, we're using it, Shafika, whip up, we are using it in the simple tense, right? The base verb, because it's a repeated action, right? I whip up coffee before going to school. You do that every morning, so we just use it in the present tense. That's good. Katie, my sister helps me to chop up the legumes. Shafika, could you chop up the potatoes and put them in the freezer? Good. Katie, eat up. We've got to go out soon. Good, Katie. Shafika, she made the oven dirty because she let the soup boil over. Perfect. Shafika, thank you for fixing your sentence. Okay, Roberto. Mark, blow on the soup. Good, Roberto. Good. Musa, hello, Musa is in the house. Hello, Musa. We are practicing using phrasal verbs. The topic is cooking. These are cooking phrasal verbs. Whip up is number 1. Number 2 is boil over. Number 3 is chop up. Number 4 is eat up. Number 5 is heat up. Number 6 is cool down. Number 7 is mix in. Number 8 is turn up. Number 9 is turn down. We are making sentences using these phrasal verbs. Musa. Okay, Shafika, you have to eat up your meal before taking the medicine. Yes, don't take the medicine on an empty stomach. No, don't do that. Okay, we're going to go 5 more minutes. 5 minutes, and then we have a quiz in the chat. What's up? Nothing much. How about you, Musa? Today is Sunday here. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday, Musa. Okay, we have 5 minutes to write sentences right here. I set the timer for 5 minutes. Let's make sentences and then using the phrasal verbs. After that, we have a quiz in the chat. On top of the quiz, there's a chat. On top of the chat, there's a quiz and there's a sentence. There's a word missing. You choose the best word for the sentence. There are 4 choices. Yes, there are. So we'll do that after we finish the worksheet in 5 minutes. So here I go. Push start. It is counting down. Okay, I'll put the worksheet back up. Make your sentences. And of course, get the worksheet on my Patreon. Support me there so I can support you here. That would be a big help for me. So please do it. Okay, Boris, 6 and 4. Boris is using 2 idioms here, or 2 phrasal verbs. Sue, if you don't want to burn your mouth, just be patient and let the food cool down. Joe says, I'm really hungry and I can eat up the whole plate. Joe is a foodie. So that expression that Boris wrote, foodie, and so that's someone who's into food. That's their hobby, cooking, eating. They like talking about food. They like preparing food. They take pictures of food. They try out new restaurants. They are a foodie. They are into food. Good one, Boris. Shafika, heat up the oil before adding the chicken. Good, good, good. Marcel, I can whip up my dinner when I first chop up the vegetables. Okay, there you go, Mercy. Now I understand better. Good, good. So, yeah, so we need to know what you are making, right? The purpose of your sentence. We need to understand what you are thinking. So sometimes when we are writing sentences, in our mind, we know what we're thinking, but we don't put it down in a sentence, right? So you always have to, the purpose, right? So writing, what's the purpose of writing? Is for another person to read it, right? So when you make a text, it's not for you, it's for someone else. When you're writing a sentence, it's not for you, it's for someone else. So whatever you write, someone else is going to read it, right? So you have to think about that when you are writing sentences. Oh, someone's going to read this. Will they understand my sentence? Okay, Carlos, my maruchan soup boiled over yesterday. What is maruchan? Sounds Japanese. Maru is circle. Chan is like a young person. So Carlos-chan. Carlos-chan. So that is a young person. So like maybe there's, you know, like for example, Mr. and Mrs. And in Japan, they use san, Carlos-san. And for young people, it's chan. And so Maru-chan sounds, Maru is circle, chan is young person. What is Maru-chan? Hoya, I often heat up my rice before eating. Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Boris. Boris put the link to my Patreon to get the worksheets. Thank you for doing that, Boris. Mwah. Kisses to you. Hannah, mixing ingredients is my cup of tea. Very good. Hannah used the idiom and the phrasal verb in one sentence. Well done. You're very welcome, Mercy. Jeffrey, hello. Carlos, I'm a foodie person. Katie, the little boy eaten up all. Okay, the little boy has eaten up. So we need a has there. We need the, so you're using the perfect tense, right? So we need has. The boy has. Okay, Katie? The boy has eaten up all his food. Very good. Boars, number 5. All I can do is heat up store-bought dumplings in the microwave and eat. Good, good, good. Oh, okay, it's from the Karate Kid. Maruchan is a brand of instant soup. Okay. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I think, yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. Now that it's like a cup of noodle, right? Carlos, it's like a cup of noodle, right? It's the, it's Maruchan, okay. Yeah, I know the cup of noodle, was it men or something like that? Menin? I never eat cup of noodle. I actually don't like the instant ramen. So I like ramen a lot, but I never buy, I never eat the cup, the instant ramen. I never have instant ramen. There's really no purpose because here we got fresh ramen many places. So when I want to eat ramen, I just go to a ramen shop. Okay, good. Yeah, so Carlos, we say a cup of ramen. I don't know, instant ramen, I guess. Just add hot water. It's very convenient. I've had it before, but I don't really eat it now. Okay, good. Okay, oh, Katie fixed her sentence. Very good. The little boy has eaten up all his food. Very good, Katie. Yay. Okay, everyone. It's now time for the quiz in the chat. On top of the chat, there is a quiz. Let's check it out. Have you done it? If you haven't, do it now. So in the chat, on top of the chat, there's a white box and there's a sentence. And there's a word missing and you have a choice of 4 words. Which word is it? Choose the best word, right? Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Are you ready for the quiz? Okay, the sentence is, the of the flowers made the room smell amazing. One more time. The of the flowers made the room smell amazing. Choose the best word. Is it scent? Is it scented? Is it sense? Is it scenting? Does the sentence go like this? The scent of the flowers made the room smell amazing. The scented of the flowers made the room smell amazing. The scents of the flowers made the room smell amazing. The scenting of the flowers made the room smell amazing. Is it scent? Is it scented? Is it sense? Is it scenting? Choose the best word. Good luck. Okay. Let's see. No, I haven't, Boris. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Pierogi? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I'll look for it. I don't know if we haven't. Do we have it in Japan? Okay. What's the best word for, what is the sentence? Do you know? Okay, scent. Yes. Okay, good. Mercy, that is correct. Carlos, correct. Yes, the sentence is, the scent of the flowers made the room smell amazing. Yeah, Katie, good. The scent of the flowers made the room smell amazing. Oh, it's a dumpling. Okay. I love dumplings, Boris. Yes, I do. Taiwan dumplings are the best. Yeah, good. That's right, Boris. It's scent. Henna, it's scent. Shafika, it is scent. Scent is uncountable. Mostly, the scents of the flowers, the scents, yeah, you know, you're not, it's hard for me to explain, but the best word is scent. So we usually use scent in singular form. We don't use it plural form. We don't say scents. We say scent. So, yeah, very good, Carlos. Good sentence. I love the scent of the gardens. Yeah, Hoya, it is scent. Good. Okay, good job, everyone. Yes, Olga, scent. That is the correct word. Very good. Okay, everyone. Well, we did it. You did it. Today we practice the idiom cup of tea, meaning what one likes to do. For example, Here, my sentence was in the negative form. So what I don't like to do, arguing is not my cup of tea. So we practiced the idiom cup of tea, and then we practiced phrasal verbs, and the topic was cooking, and we looked at a video and a worksheet, and actually we had people who came in late. So I have a good idea. Let's just go over the video one more time. It's about a minute, not even a minute, and let's review those phrasal verbs in case the people came in late who didn't see the video. Oh, and Boers, thank you for putting the links in the descriptions. Yeah, so if you want to chat with me face-to-face on Zoom, there is the link or the information to contact me, and it is $20, 20 minutes, and we can chat together and face-to-face, right? Right in our live streams, I can't see you, I can't hear you, but on Zoom, we can see each other face to face. Also, for all the worksheets we do here or on my Patreon, and Boers, put the links and my books at Amazon.com. 50 very short conversations. There are 3 books plus 1 book. Which one is different? So those links are in the descriptions. Thank you for doing that, Boers. Let's go ahead and just review that video real quick, and then we will say goodbye after the video. Okay, there it is. Let's say the phrasal verbs one more time. For those who came in late today, let me get a little cup. Let me get a sip of the coffee to clear my throat here. Okay, here we go. Here are the phrasal verbs we used in the worksheet. Whip up, whip up. Boil over, boil over. Chop up, chop up. Eat up, eat up. Heat up, heat up. Cool down, cool down. Mix in, mix in. Turn up, turn up. Turn down, turn down. Okay, good, good. That was the phrasal verbs we practiced today. Okay, good, good, good. Nice. So Carlos wrote them in the chat. Yeah, by, writing down, it's going to help you remember, right? So writing in the chat is going to help you remember for sure. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you guys here with me every week. We're here every Sunday for, almost every Sunday for a phrasal verb worksheet and video. And then I'm here on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. and Fridays, 10 a.m. That's Japan time. I live in Japan, so this is Japan time. And it is Sunday here. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Love and peace to you and your family. Smile. When you smile, you're happy, and you pass that happiness on to others. So be sure to smile. Be safe, stay healthy, and I will be back on Tuesday, 5 p.m. Japan time. Thank you, Boers, for your kind help today. Mwah. Boers, you see him. His name is Blueberry. He helps us in the chat. He is very kind. He's very helpful. He is a true human being. Boers is a true human being, with a big heart. So thank you, Boers. And Carlos representing the green team. And we had also one other green team popped in here. Musa was here. So Carlos, Musa, thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for your kind support. Okay, and thank you everyone for being here with me, because of course without you there's no reason for me to be here. So I appreciate you here with me. You know, spending your valuable time. I know that we are busy and you have things to do. So by being here with me, I appreciate that very much. Okay. Jaffrey, thank you. Katie, Mercy, everybody. Boars, the green team, Carlos, mwah, love you. Musa, thank you. Everyone, thank you so much. I will be back on Tuesday. Until then, peace and love. Be healthy, stay safe, and of course, smile. Okay, Shafika, thank you, Shafika. Appreciate it. Mwah, love you. Okay, we are going to count down and say goodbye together. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Let's count down and say goodbye together. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Mwah. Be safe, stay healthy, smile, peace and love. Okay, thank you so much. I will see you on Tuesday. Take it easy. Bye. Thank you.